1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
If I lose it all, I'll slip and fall. I'll never look away.
That's a good song, bro. Attack on Titan.
Dude, that shit goes crazy, bro. If you haven't listened to the Rumbling by Sim, whatever they're called, bro, please do yourself a favor.
SIM what?
Yeah, shit. They be going crazy. SIM.
Damn, you guys are making me want to listen to some like freaking a little bit of mild screamo.
I always love some.
Can't believe she actually likes that.
I like it.
That's 3 people here. I like it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
You know, I'm man out.
I mean, honestly, I have the weirdest fucking music taste. I'll listen to anything.
Legit.
They told me I like your music taste.
have the same
Yeah.
I was telling her you and her listen to like the same shit. I was saying you put me onto like all the Panic songs I know.
Yeah, Panic at the Disco, My Mechanical Romance. You like
My
it?
Chemical Romance. Yeah, you're the only person
I'm
who
like the opposite of that.
only songs I know is because
I
you
like
and
that.
Sean would put them on.
My Chemical Romance.
Sean
3 days,
listened to
3
that?
days grace.
Sean,
Yeah.
Sean loves that type of music. Sean in a different universe where we were a little weirder. He would have been a, you know that scene kid that he's like, I'm with my Burger King app.
I'm at Burger King with my Burger Queen.
Can I get a set of large fries? Like that. Like he would have been that guy. Like when he's like, here, Mom, you don't get it. It's not a phase, dude.
That's too funny.
I feel like he would sound
Almost,
like that.
almost was there.
He was a couple inches off, bro. Let me tell you.
That's too
We
funny,
saved him.
bro.
We pulled him from the depths.
Yeah,
you
I got
remember
the
he
line. And then I got that line.
He used to have the hair like that too.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Wow, that's too funny. That's too funny.
Yeah, I remember.
Wow.
But yeah.
All right, so we spoke about the Batman. Check out that review.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. So that review is ever gonna happen. All the files got corrupted, but you know, here we are. Also, that kind of explains why I'm wearing like a cape. It was like for the whole Batman thing. But yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I think it's a good, honest review.
You're gonna agree.
Mm-hmm.
We have to.
No, you won't.
I'm sure.
But if
We're
you-
probably the most controversial people out here. We always hate everything that everybody likes, and we dislike everything that everybody
You
likes.
guys gotta remember, if you dislike our video, you gotta leave a like. You gotta subscribe,
Opposites.
comment. You know, be like, "Wow, I love this video so much. I'm gonna share it with all my friends."
Yes.
That's how we really know if you really dislike it. It's like,
Yeah.
Yes.
that's how the support gets to us, you know.
Subscribers.
But yeah,
All right. So again, that's Jordan.
Carla.
That's Carla. I'm Teddy.
I'll
That's Uja.
put his name underneath him because now you guys are actually gonna start believing whatever his name is every time he says it.
Teddy.
But
So Batman, we've cleared it through. The other movie we saw recently, this weekend, was it this weekend?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
We saw that
Was it
this
Saturday, Saturday, because that's when we
Saturday?
came back from the casino.
Oh, you're right.
I mean, we just hit a lick because we're decent at poker.
oh wait, really? It was right that same. Oh my god.
it
Yeah,
was
you
the
guys
same
both
night.
ran upstairs and left. Yeah, I showed up and I was like, where do you want at?
Yeah, they did quick.
No. It's because we were waiting. It's just like I hit a lick and then
Yeah.
Mom and Carla both lost their
Yo,
money.
I was like this. I was like trying to follow Jordan's flow of button pressing because he was literally like.
Yeah, I was.
Because you know how those people are in those machines. They're like,
Yeah.
Yo, and then no, the people that
They're
piss me off
fucking wild.
is when they smack the screen. Those people piss me off.
wow.
They
But yeah, what are you
smack
hitting
the
the screen for,
screens?
bro? Yeah, they'll smack the screen. They're like, come on, hit the bonus. I'm like, yo,
Hit that ball. Come on, Buffalo Wild.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yo, chill out.
People know what we're
you
talking
know what?
about.
You sounded like freaking Big Mouth, and you sounded like Seth Rogen.
Bro, honestly, you were giving me fucking Alex Jones vibes.
Oh, no, yeah.
Not gonna lie.
I'm kind of retarded.
It's like,
Alex Jones is
that's
hilarious.
hilarious.
I love him.
But yeah, no,
That's my hero.
We were at the casino, right? And I saw the big, the 3 wacky leprechauns on my screen, and it was like 2 times 3 bonus. If I had hit all 3 of them, I would have bugged out. I probably would have got like $250, some shit like that.
Yeah.
But since I had like 2 and 3s, it gave me like a very big bonus. Like I was probably closer to like $10 at that point, and then they gave me like 50 quid, like 50 something, like 55, and it was
You
light.
54.
Yeah, 54. Yeah, and it was pretty good because I came in there with $5. I was like $5. You know, imagine if I was on. It was a 25-cent machine too. Imagine if it was like a fucking dollar machine. I would have hit a big ass lick.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, so that was good. That was the day before we watched.
I can't
The
play
Jujutsu
that
Kaisen.
stuff. Uja is pretty good at those games. The what are they called?
Slot machines?
Slots?
Slot machines. Yeah.
On it.
How can you be good?
He just gets
But
lucky.
you're lucky. You're lucky for that.
Bro, I wasted
I'm not.
my
I always lose
$20
money.
and I was like a little bit upset. I was like, I'm never playing
Casino
this shit
slot
again.
machines suck. Don't play casino
I
slot
was
machines.
I was
If you're gonna-
telling
Sucked.
I was telling them that I'm probably the only one of us, like out of all of our friends, who actually keeps the money they make. Because these guys are probably like, in my lifetime, I'd say probably won like maybe like 3K max.
You don't want to talk about the steak thing that you checked. Remember like a couple months ago?
How much have you spent?
God,
like-
guess down
you're-
there, see how much before
Yeah,
he says it.
we were doing all-time wagers, right? And then Alvin was like, "Damn, yo, I did like all-time wagers on like FanDuel. It was like I think 15,000, something like that." And I was
No,
like,
not even like
That's-
he
and that's
said
like-
like
that's like money-
1,500.
That's like
he
money.
Alvin.
did 1,500.
But that's like money you get. You like
just
put
wager.
in,
You
and then
wager.
you
Not-
like
Wager,
get it
wager.
back, and then
not
you put it again.
yeah, not deposited.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Oh shit, let me check." I don't even want to go into it. I was like, "Let me check my state."
Yeah, Ryan checked before you say it. Ryan checked. He was like 20K, bro.
I checked, and mine's like 90,000.
Fucking
Nine-
crazy.
Actually, that's cap. It's 100,000 now.
Yeah. Fucking wild.
It's,
Steak hitting a lick.
100,000 all wagered.
The
She's
problem-
I don't
looking
know
at
what
me
the
and
fuck you guys are
judging.
That's
talking.
real
No, I
money.
don't know what the
That's
fuck you're talking
$100,000
about.
playing
wager,
online.
like as
money
in,
I
That's
bet.
how much
like
money
not
you,
not as in like he deposited like $100,000 of his money, but it's in like
like you won and
like
then
he
rebet.
won.
One,
rebet.
I've gambled again.
Well, he
gambled,
went
gambled,
even,
gambled.
re-
But that's still $100,000. That's $100,000.
Yeah, that's crazy, and it's like,
I'm never gonna check
but
mine.
that's what I'm saying. That's
I'd rather
like,
die.
It's like with these guys, right? They probably won like upwards of like 10K, maybe like or like on the money they make, right?
These guys.
No. I mean
'cause
like
I don't bet.
When
I
I
don't
say,
play
when I
that
say
shit.
these guys, I mean like Ujas, my friends, like Ryan, all these people, right?
Yeah.
They probably won that. But of the money they have, zero.
Mm-hmm.
None of
That
that.
shit's gone.
That shit's all gone.
Bujas.
Yeah, Ujas sometimes will keep it because the thing is, if I'm there, right, I'll be like, just you know what time it is right now. Pull out.
It's time to
It's
get
time to
out.
take our money and run away, bro. Especially because sometimes you're like in the depths, and it's like if I'm in the depths, right? Like you know when you hit a lake, you get like $30 to like 150, right? And you're like, and then you drop back down to like $10, and then you make it to like 100. I pull out. I'm like,
photo for
I'm
me.
good. Like, I
Take
don't.
the loss. Let's take a little loss.
Yeah,
But
or
it's
like,
not
or
bad.
like, I'm even. If I go even after I was in like hell, I'm out. Like, I'm out of there because
Yeah.
it's like that's God trying to tell you. Like,
I just
I'm
play
not gonna let it
poker,
happen
bro.
again. Like,
No limit hold them. That's all I do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Or if you go
I
to
don't-
casino, table games.
I can't even do that. It's
Don't
'cause
play the slots.
I gotta leave it to like
play
my
the slots.
skill because I hate whenever I leave it to like whenever I go play baccarat or like anything like that or like roulette. Like maybe I'm not lucky for it or maybe I have no skill in those games, but I just feel like I'm leaving it
You know
up
what
to
it is?
luck, and I don't like that. I like to have my own thing. Control over it. So the only game I fucking play is blackjack, and not even that much because blackjack is I don't know how to count cards yet. So I say that like I'm gonna learn it one day. I might, maybe I won't. I don't know. There's a lot of time to be dedicated to that, you know. But poker, no limit hold'em. That's all I play.
You know,
and I always win.
You know what's funny? I think is just that I just don't think you're very lucky. I just don't.
I'm not lucky.
I think all his
I have
luck
to
went
work
to
for
me,
everything.
bro, because this motherfucker gets so unlucky. Like the other day when like we were trying to fix our tire and the lug wrench fucking snapped, and it's like that's some shit that will only happen to Nefri.
How does that shit break?
And it would only have
Actual
happened to
iron.
yeah, like a piece,
lug.
like okay, so like now the actual lug nuts. So first of all, the lug nuts were already stripped.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which is a problem.
They're
Yeah.
stripped
But
somehow.
then so like you know like the pry bar, right, or like whatever, you know how they
Yeah.
have the connectors that they go like
the
that.
big bars too.
The fucking thing.
The
he
extra
went-
wrench, the
the
gigantic wrench. Yeah,
He went.
and it
the
snapped.
inside the most strong part, you know, the part that connects them and that this adapter point. It just snapped in half.
Bro, like I don't know. I'm fucking Superman. That's why.
I look at Nefri. I'm like, this is some shit that would only ever happen to you.
That's why I like to play games where I feel like I can control exactly the outcome, and that's why those are the only shits I play. That's why also even sometimes like online video games, like I get so tilted because I don't know if these teammates are gonna be shit and that shit.
Yeah.
And I rather literally, bro, when I used to play CS:GO, I would rather everybody die and I clutch the 1v5.
Because then you end up like you put your faith in somebody. I was
Yeah.
like, I forgot who it was the other day. I think it was that girl. I was like, oh, when I die, I want you to lower my body into the grave so you can let me down one last time. And it's like, cause I was so upset, bro. I was like, I can't believe you did this shit to me.
That's too funny, yo. I was still that.
I was so upset.
I want you to let me down one more time.
One last time, bro. One last time. I was so upset. But
That's
yeah.
what it feels like for me in Overwatch. I can only play with my one boy, but then the other teammates that you get, they're such shit sometimes.
That's why I stopped playing the game.
Go.
I love Overwatch though.
You didn't rely on any teammate. I could single-handedly carry the goddamn team.
Oh God.
Especially when he toggles.
No. No. Like, all right, in the high elo games, then no. But like when I go down to a little bit Smurf.
And they look a little funny. They're like y'all wilding a little bit.
Yo, you cheating? They call hacks on me cheating and everything, bro. And I just run around with the dual Berettas.
Really?
I remember.
Yeah, that's all. I was that good. I'm not trying to gas up my skill.
I love
but
the
like,
dual Berettas. They're fun.
I'd drop like 40 kills just doing.
And he would. He'd just be trolling, and it's like
that shit's fun.
And honestly, I think it was the vibe. I think he was just like so like on the vibe. Like I feel like you remember when we were singing those SpongeBob songs? Great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's. I don't know. I don't know if it's finally unrestricted, but if so, I'll put a clip.
Oh. It's not the same without you. It's just a grill. It's just a greasy stone.
Let's go on YouTube.
What? It's because we're singing, dude.
I'm crying.
CAMPFIRESLAG song.
We were singing.
That's my favorite video.
That
ever.
video is too funny,
bro. And it's like, because the thing is, I don't think I was very good at editing then. And it's like, and I mean, I don't think I am that good at editing now. But basically, that video gets carried by the fact of how much fucking fun we were having. Like, we were laughing our asses off. Like, and we were just doing whatever. Like, I remember I was like, guys, I know it's our last chance together, so I just want us to sing a song. The campfire song. And we were going out. We were just
shout out to the randoms, bro. Shout out to the randoms you're playing with their goddamn
one of them had the voice of a
internet,
god.
do your thing.
Yeah.
Find them, right?
CAPFR. Yo, they were going crazy.
He was so good.
If you just sing along. He was like playing all the notes and shit, bro.
How did he know the whole song?
Bro,
who doesn't?
Yeah.
I don't know the whole song. I only know like the main parts.
Let's get to it. We're stumbling away. So we saw obviously our
JJK,
the newest anime movie in the block,
Jujutsu
Kaisen 0. For those who don't know, now you know. You should go watch it for sure. That's our verdict for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
If you don't know, it is actually the first story that she wrote. Think of it like as the pilot. Right for the
it is no it's a pilot because
so the pilot before JJK
became
adapted.
So most
exactly
most every manga, at least from what I know of, they write a one shot, and then they'll write a one shot, and then the one shot is what ends up deciding whether they're gonna follow through with giving it an actual serialization most of the time to see if it's popular or whatever. And then a lot of times they'll like rewrite the entire like the way the manga is or the characters are.
They'll rewrite her a couple times to see if they like it or not.
Or like they'll or also like let's say like there's like a character arc inside the one shot. They'll make it so that they don't have the character arc until like later on in the actual manga, which is what they'll do. But with this one shot, it wasn't one shot, it was 3 chapters. And then that's what was Jujutsu Kaisen 0. But the thing is, this thing is completely canon. So if you didn't know, it's 100% canon. It was the OG story. So let's say she wrote this in 2016, I want to say. Actually, I think that's wrong. It's 2014, something like that. But like 2 years later, she wrote the actual JJK, like manga or some shit like that. And it's like, and then so you started Itadori, and it's like, okay. And then you see like all like the people from the past stories. So you're like, oh shit, I guess it's because of that. And mind you, like I guess most people didn't read JJK 0, or I guess it was just called Tokyo Metropolitan like Jujutsu like or Sorcery School.
Jujutsu High, yeah.
Yeah, it was like just called like that instead of Jujutsu Kaisen, but that's what it was. And then that was the OG story.
I think it was just called Jujutsu High, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a whole big thing.
It came. She wrote it first chapter in April, and then it finished in July of 2017. And then obviously they decided to make it's a prequel, right? So pretty much the pilot thing, and then they decided to make it Gege Akutami into their manga, obviously, and set it up for it to be serialized.
But yeah, so that's like the movie now. So that's just your context for anybody who's going in and wondering.
Yeah, it is
where
canon.
It falls. It is absolutely canon.
It is important.
It is important.
Yes, and he is your main character.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Okay.
Okay.
So now
I know Yuji's your main character, but so is Yuta.
So now we're gonna get into a little bit of spoiler territory. If you haven't watched it, watch it. If you want to read it, read it.
Yeah. I watched it.
The movie was a good adaptation.
I thought it was really
Y'all
good.
watched it.
Yeah, I watched it.
What'd you think?
I didn't read it.
Of the movie?
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Great movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
For anime movies,
Yeah,
really good.
Oh, yeah, for
yeah.
Really good anime movie. And actually for movies in general, it had great pacing, good story, good dialogue.
True. Yeah, the actions
good.
was good.
Action was-
Mappa did it, right?
Yeah.
Mappa did the movie.
Mappa
No one.
doesn't
I mean,
miss.
Mappa.
Yeah.
They don't
They
miss.
don't miss.
Mappa doesn't miss.
They don't miss.
But yeah, okay, so that's because the thing is, the truth, if I'm being 100% honest with you, I was of the mind that I thought it was good. But then the more I hear them, I think what they're 100% right in saying is that I just read the manga so many times that
You read it like 3
Ew.
times, right?
I read it like twice. And then
So you already know it's gonna happen.
It's
So
a-
you're
I-
less excited.
and I think it's because the soft bits, I already know what was going to happen in the soft
I mean, I
bits.
read
so,
it too.
So I was less like emotionally involved because I'd already known so many times. And it's like, so I think that's why. Like, I thought it was a really good movie. But then now the more I hear about it, people are like, I still think it's a really good movie, but
Yeah,
I can
people are
understand
loving
people's
it on
point of view.
TikTok.
Like, I can understand people's point of view where they really, really love it. Especially because, like Carla was saying, it's like, it has like those emotional bits, like those very raw bits that I just think I just wasn't in the mindset to enjoy anymore because I had already read it so many times.
Yeah.
Go ahead, your opinion. Then I have something to add on to it.
Well, I don't know. I liked it a lot. I think that it was not like as like I don't remember what I said. I thought it was like a soft type of movie. I don't remember what it was that I had a conversation
well-rounded.
with you guys. It was well rounded, I think, and I'm not sure. I think I just gotta keep talking about it for now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously good movie. I liked it great. One of the main things that I really like, and it has to do with that movie and also other movies. Mainly, we're gonna talk about the Demon Slayer one, right? So I did like the Demon Slayer movie, but it's truthfully, obviously, the first 3/4 of the movie is Resident Sleeper.
1990. Ah, spaghetti.
縁柱煉獄教授郎苦の方煉獄や
And then the final part of it, it's the best, right? Everybody knows that final scene with Rengoku and everything. You good?
Yeah.
It's amazing, right? So my whole thing is what I like is that the movies, we're getting anime movies that are canon now because I'm older now, right? So I've been in this game for a hot minute. But I always hated in Dragon Ball Z and Naruto and all this thing. I hated the movies that they were cool and all of this shit. And they were never canon. And I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, I get it. Like, sometimes they wild out and they do extreme stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but sometimes these movies are so good. Like, I wish they would, like, bring some of the characters that were in the movies, like the side characters.
Like Broly?
Yeah, or things like that.
Broly
Yeah.
wasn't like legit.
He wasn't canon until the most recent one.
Yeah, until like recently, like
Super.
fucking 20 years and shit.
Yeah, exactly. And I hated that. I've always hated that. And I'm like, why can't they just make a fucking canon movie? And I'm really gonna give respects are needed, and that's to Demon Slayer because they sold so much. Credit where credit is due, right? They sold so much and they did so well with that movie that other things like One Piece has like 12 movies, right? And finally, because of this one, there's a lot of speculation that it's gonna be a canon movie. Same thing was obviously Jujutsu Kaisen is a little different because it's already a story that was written before. But I like that they didn't make a new story, a new movie about it. They just adapted it into a film, you know? We're making things that are canon, and I want more things like that to happen. Like, we need a One Piece canon movie. We needed a Naruto canon movie.
We got one.
Did we? Which one?
Last.
The last, I was gonna say.
Oh,
that.
okay.
I actually
Yeah,
haven't
you're right.
watched it. I have not watched.
It's really
that one.
good.
Yeah, I
gotta watch
completely didn't even consider it. But yes, stuff like that. And I like that that's kind of changing now because before, yeah, okay, maybe we got one canon movie every 12 fucking years. But now we're gonna get 3 canon movies in the last 2 years. Demon Slayer was last year, right? or was it more than that? It was last year.
It was last year.
Last year.
Okay, or whenever the hell COVID time, right? Demon Slayer, JJK, and One Piece.
One Piece. Oh, well,
not
canon yet.
Not canon yet.
Not
But we're getting there. But we're getting there. But he's definitely working
What
on
about
it.
the My Hero Academia movie? Because I love that
That was
movie.
not canon. I liked it too.
That shit was
but it's
so
not canon.
good.
Yeah, and I was like, and you know what's the part that takes you out whenever you're like watching movies? So like for instance, for like the My Hero Academia movie, was that when spoilers for My Hero Academia, it's been like fucking 3 years, but it's like, but when Bakugo goes like, well, like one for all or all
Bro,
for one,
that
rather.
was so
Oh yeah,
awesome.
one for all. When he's like, you know what I was thinking, and I was like, this is really cool. When are they gonna take it away because this isn't canon? And so they have to fix it. It's like, you know, like the Tom and Jerry episodes where it's like where SpongeBob was like, oh, SpongeBob became like fucking like Sandy Cheeks, and it's like, okay, they have 20 minutes. How are they gonna fix this? When at what point are we gonna be back to the status quo? So there's no stakes. You know,
yeah, exactly.
Motherfuckers like we run like a butcher shop, but no steaks, bro. It's like,
butcher shop, but no steaks.
It's like, yeah,
that's a good one.
I
Yeah,
was like, bro, like so that's the part that bothers me.
yeah.
But it's just like, so yeah, and that's why I like with like these new canon movies, like some shit like be happening, like motherfuckers like if a motherfucker die, they going, you know, they gonna really
They
gonna
gonna
die.
stay dead.
Or it's like, well, I mean, if they like decide to keep him dead in the movie, but it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I thought it was great. I mean,
I don't think Red's gonna be canon.
No,
I don't think so.
I think
all the straw hat One Piece film. Red.
Oh, okay.
All the Straw Hats all have their own outfits and everything picked out. So
yeah, I get that.
when it would be canon, I would when they first dropped everything, I was hoping this shit was a Shanks backstory. Like what happened after Roger left the crew.
But it could be.
Shanks went.
But the Straw Hats don't have to meet Shanks.
But you want them to.
This is a Shanks movie. You're right. But they might. But you can't. Okay, let's say you make a One Piece movie, right? How can you ever make a One Piece movie without putting Luffy and the Straw Hats? You can't.
Down the rabbit hole.
You can't. So therefore, I think it will be. He's working too closely for it to be completely non-canon.
That's facts.
We'll see.
Or what if
We'll see.
What if we get the chapter soon, right, where they explain like Shanks, or like we see Shanks shit happening, and then that's what the movie's gonna be. Because it's like I was saying with like this JJK film, right, which is really nice, is that I like how it's JJK 0, right, and like so you can watch it, and then or I'm sure it's gonna be like on Crunchyroll at some point, right, and it's like I love that. And so what I want is that I want them to release the next season of JJK, and I want a different team to be working on the Shibuya arc, like the specific parts for the movie.
I would love that to be a movie. I was thinking about that.
Bro, I promise you, if Shibuya became like an actual movie, it'd be raps. It'd be your favorite show in the there. My favorite show in the there, bro. JoJo's could go kick rocks. Like it's like, well, honestly, I haven't even been feeling JoJo that much lately. But it's like the Berserk films, bro. Like the Berserk, like 3 films that are technically canon. There's some parts of them that aren't exactly what happened in the story, but obviously that's like the Berserk like thing. And it's like, oh my god, bro, dude, because the next season is JJK, but they're so sick. Like it's insane. This shit goes like, it's just like that. Like it just goes straight up, bro, like a little fucking missile straight into the air.
Yeah.
I just hope Russia don't act up. I'm trying to see the fucking second season.
Lord, now that I made my thoughts, I was gonna say I think that it was a wholesome movie, and it was honestly, it was heart touching.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
What did you guys think about the main character, Yuta?
Yuta's fucking
I think he was great.
badass.
Great.
Great. I think if they wrote like the story was originally supposed to be based on Yuta, not Yuji.
Yeah.
Yuta fits the main protagonist role,
Pretty
the
well.
main character really well.
Pretty well, right?
Like a shonen character, perfect, like to the T.
Because he's like a bitch who isn't really a bitch. Like he's like,
yeah, that's what I liked about
I love
him.
that he's like, because like Yuji has it all together. Like Yuji, don't get me wrong, he feels sad, and I love Yuji because he always feels sad, especially like when he kills like the curses, and he's like, or when they are like real people, like towards the end of the first season, and it's like I love Yuji for that. But Yuta has that in the sense that he's like he was a pussy off rip, but he desperately wanted to not be that.
Yeah, he didn't want to.
But
be
he's
weak.
always like a good boy, like right here, you know, like it's like the same sort of thing. It's like the same thing as like Yuji, except that you get to see like, I feel like Yuta works for it a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Whereas Yuji, he just like, and he's also naturally
like
strong.
Within one episode that he learned how to master Black Lightning.
Oh, yeah, Black Flash.
Black Flash, yeah, not like
Yeah.
Black Flash. And but like in the movie, it was skipped. Like it was like a week or a couple. He was there
It
for
was
like
3 months.
3 months, right?
Almost like 6 months.
3 months.
And he ends up like learning how to do his curse speech.
He can do Black Flash.
That's true. No, he did though.
He did it once.
He did it once.
But that's what I'm saying. But like Yuji, technically speaking, Yuji cannot do Black Flash on command. It's just that like not yet technically. But the thing is that it's like a different situation because Yuji, he's only controlling his aura, whereas everybody else is like Jujutsu like techniques and like like they're like doing like the seal so they can like do make expansion or like fucking nue or whatever. And it's like they have all these other things like to like vessels to do it. Whereas Yuji, he's only focusing on himself, which is why I can get why.
But I do understand what you mean. That it took Utah. Like I like the whole training arc stuff.
Yeah.
So I like that about
let's just fucking talk about Maki because she whipped that boy into fucking fitness.
Yeah, bro, I love that shit. I love how she was whooping his ass because often it's like I'm really strong, and it's like. No, you aren't, bro. And it's like I hate it when they do that shit where like the guy's like really strong off rip.
He's like the fourth strongest, but not really.
Yeah, and it's like he was getting his ass whooped. Like that man had to have the come up. The only part that I would say was like I'm sure some people are gonna be like what was when spoilers for sure now was when fucking at the end of the movie where when Maki gets her leg blown off.
Oh yeah,
and all of them are like knocked out, like fucking like everybody's almost basically dead, right? Panda, Toge, like Maki, all of them.
Yeah.
And
Bonito flakes.
Yeah.
Maki, yeah.
And what he does when he like puts his hand over them, and I was like watching it, I was like, people are gonna misunderstand that.
Yeah,
people are gonna think
they don't know what it is. Did you know what it is?
Did we explain it to you, right?
No, you didn't. That's why I asked them.
Wait, was it?
The way I described it was, like a Otohime's
from Bleach, Otohime's
yeah.
Wait, did we tell you what it is? That's exactly what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
You know what it is?
It's like
she didn't notice either.
It's like they heal faster in it.
Yeah, no, because you know how Otohime's thing is reject.
Yeah.
Like she just rejects the reality that's there. She brings it back. So basically, the way it works. This is for you guys too. If you read JJK or something, I know there's a lot of people get confused with like the reverse thing. That's why Gojo's so good at it too. It's like where he can do it, and it's like mostly for himself. Is that so? Jujutsu, as in like curses, are all negative because it's all negative emotions, right? But what happens in math is that if you have a negative emotion and a negative and you multiply them, it becomes a positive, right? And so that's basically the way reverse curse techniques work. Is that you're basically taking the negative curses and then the other negative curses that you have as well, and you're mixing them in a way
applying them,
that you're like it's like super advanced like tech. Like only like 3 people can do it, where you can like reverse like wounds and stuff. And Yuta can do it so well because first of all, that boy is like an endless pool of just like chakra, let's say like Jujutsu. And then
he's
also
special, like Gojo.
Yeah, he's very special.
From the same family. I would expect them to be special.
So the only 2 people who can do it, I don't know if you were there when we spoke about this, but the only 2 people who can do it, at least from my remembrance, is Gojo, Yuta, and Ieri, who is the doctor in the first season and also the doctor in this movie that she wears like the white lab coat.
Yeah, and she has like a black
eyeliner. She has like black eyeliner. She has like the little like dot right here. And you remember when Itadori was fucking butt ass naked and he had his heart open and there was a doctor with Gojo? That's her. And they know each other. And like Gojo and her were like very like classmates basically.
Okay.
Yeah. And so like everybody in that like was broken like in their class.
Now, when he did that and he continued the fight, and I was like, okay, this guy got some skills now.
Yeah.
It's been 3 months. He actually is.
This girl?
He's applying it.
Okay,
yeah, that girl.
Yeah.
He's getting stronger.
Yeah, and that's why
because he did that. He casted it and then proceeded to continue the fight, which meant that it's still working. Which, he got this endless pool of just chakra or cursed energy, whatever.
Chakra, same shit.
Yeah, and it's because that motherfucker broken, and it's like, and that's why we were talking about like Rika. That's why they call her the Queen of Curses, and it's because she's like.
The Queen of Curses.
I was about to say, no. I was about to say something that was super spoiler.
Yeah, don't say that.
But and it's just like it's just related to the sense that like they just have like this. She just has like this ability where she can just like pull everything, like anything out of,
Yeah. And, like, his abilities are sick. The way he could use like other people's like curse techniques and stuff like that. That was fine. I think that's a treat for a lot of people.
When he pulled the megaphone out, I was like,
sheesh, everybody was hyped up.
That shit was hype.
What is he gonna say? Yeah.
They shine.
Yeah. Nah, you can't give powerful commands like that either. Because if you can't do it to them, that shit happens to you.
Yeah.
And so it's like that shit like fucks up.
Yeah, he's
so,
too strong. That's why even the Maki can't do that type of
Don't
stuff.
you remember when he was like facing off against Hanami? And they put her at, and then she fucking she like flies up and
Yeah.
It's because of that.
What was that one?
Hanami was the curse spirit, the flower curse spirit.
The Mother Nature one.
Oh yes,
She had,
yes.
like,
I remember.
her arm like wrapped up.
Yeah.
I like Hanami.
I like Hanami too, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was really good. I like the main character. The side characters are good too. I like that they added because sometimes you get a side character.
His introduction
was raw.
So good.
Yeah, the way he walks in,
he walks into
just
the room stumbling in.
Yeah.
And then you just feel the demonic presence, like God.
Like Aizen walking.
Everyone just gets up and pushes them against the wall. Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah. That was cool.
And then his reveal of being a special grade.
Yeah.
Maki's like, what are you? You gotta be like year one, no, like I forgot how the grade went.
Yeah,
grade one, grade
grade 2, something like that. Yeah. And then he was
it has a grade 3 and then like going up, and then he's special grade because like nobody's special grade. Like
there's like 4 people.
4, and then there's the 5th obviously in the beginning of Jujutsu Kaisen, which is Itadori Yuji. Yeah, and it's like we know all 5 of them.
You don't know the 4th. I don't know the 4th one.
They show her in the season.
We know them, but you don't know them.
They show her in season in the first season.
Okay,
it's just like it's like one of those moments where it's like if you don't know who she is,
you don't know.
You wouldn't.
But when you rewatch it later on, you're like, oh, I see.
Yeah. A little bit of One Piece action.
A little bit of.
That's what I like. I like those little story elements.
Yeah. Like the small details.
Like, bro, like when this is a little like off topic, but I just wanted to talk about it. That's really cool. It's like like Naruto and Sasuke when they're fighting in Final Valley, and you just see fucking Madara and Hashirama behind them as the big statues, and you don't know who the fuck they are. You just know these are big figures. And it's like, bro, these guys have been getting established since fucking like a long time.
Wow.
And also, people are like, oh, the Mangekyo came out of nowhere in Shippuden, right? But we have the manga downstairs. Itachi, when he like lifts up his stick and he looks at Sasuke, he does the Mangekyo Sharingan to him. He does the Mangekyo Sharingan.
You got the OG, bro.
Right away.
Yeah.
Like he just does it to him, and this shows you in the old Naruto. That's a
volume
people
16.
People said Mangekyo only got introduced in Shippuden.
Whatever it was.
That's cap.
But people are dumb. But yeah. But basically, back on track with the JJK movie. Really good film. Honestly, the animation was fucking fire, bro. I like
even if you're not a fan of anime.
Yeah.
I think it's a great film.
Yeah. Like
you don't need to know anything about them.
Yeah, exactly. That's the beauty. Like, you don't need to have watched Jujutsu Kaisen to understand it at all.
Yeah, you could just watch the film, and that's why I told you that, right? I was like, you don't have to watch this shit. Like, I was like,
you haven't watched Jujutsu Kaisen yet.
No, I have. I don't remember because I watched it a while ago.
Okay, my bad.
I forgot
you didn't watch it.
There was someone specifically who didn't.
Somebody hasn't watched it yet.
Kevin.
Or
Is it Kevin? It might have been Kevin.
It was Kevin because he's the one who was like
that
comment that he said when Rika.
When she died, that man was laughing.
Yeah.
Although I kind of get it because it was like
he was hyped up because he thought it was gonna turn to an isekai. She dies and then goes.
When she got ran over by the car.
That shit was sad.
So sad.
He thought of the isekai meme, and I looked over and I was like, "Why the fuck are you laughing, bro?
Like,
Shut the fuck."
I did hear something, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I thought it was you, and I was like, "Oh my god, what a fucking asshole!"
Nah.
I was like, yo, can you don't be laughing, bro. Laugh after the movie's over. You want to joke about the isekai meme? Sure, but bro, this shit is not that funny.
Yeah. But yeah,
I started laughing because I'm hearing his laugh.
Yeah.
And now you look like that. So
now he look like that. Now I'm the asshole. Yeah. But that shit was sad, to be honest.
Yeah.
Bro. And especially because like, dude, and I like the way that like, obviously I knew it, so I already knew it was gonna happen.
I did not know it. But that shit was fucking like wow.
Like like the flip where he wasn't like, she didn't curse him and he cursed her.
Yeah.
You didn't see it,
Did you
but
like
when they named it in the early in the, he was like I don't know if I'm the one that cursed her or she cursed me, and I was like that's pretty fucking obvious.
Yeah. I didn't see it.
But that's why, because like at that point it's supposed to be already like obvious. But the thing that you don't catch on the first viewing is that when you're together, when they first say it, she's like, she says we're gonna get married when we're older.
Yeah.
But he says we're gonna be together forever.
Wow.
I didn't.
I'm just catching the shit right
Yeah,
now.
I didn't catch that.
I caught that when because I remember I had obviously read it, so when I knew it was gonna happen, I was like, "That's the moment that's supposed to tell you like he cursed her.
He's keeping her
and he
forever.
says the beginning of the movie.
And that's why I think you might not have, I guess, enjoyed it as much as like I guess I don't know. I enjoyed it.
No,
a lot.
I liked it a lot. The thing is, like I said, it's just because like
Drop
because
some
I
What?
do
No.
because the thing is I like to like predict what the movie's gonna happen. But obviously, I already know what's gonna happen, so it's just like watching like that, and it was like, yeah, I could probably agree with that. It's just like it isn't like novel to you, so it's like it isn't like completely like different. But yeah, honestly, it was really good. It was really really good. I think they handled everything really well. I think they introduced Geto's character really well.
Yes.
Geto Suguru.
That's what I was also gonna talk about.
Did they introduce him well?
I think so because they gave him a backstory.
Yes and no, because the thing is, he's a completely different person when we see him.
Yes, the thing is, you guys, especially Alvin and everything like that, and I think maybe you guys think he's like the whole monkey thing, like he's racist or like he is discriminatory, but he. So right now he seems like he's like
Well, I don't
like a bad guy as a good guy and anything like that. But ultimately, he's a good guy. He's the best, to be honest.
He's so right, bro.
Yeah, he's right.
Because the next season that we're gonna get,
you'll understand.
Literally, the first episode of the next season, you're gonna see the whole shebang, like the whole backstory about why he ended up like that. And it's like I'm not talking about as in like, so you're gonna see like before.
I'm gonna watch this shit tonight. I'm gonna read this shit tonight.
This guy said tonight, but it's good.
No, I was like, when Geto died at the end, I was like, all right, he's dead. And then we were talking about it, like he's in the anime. I was like, he didn't die.
That's what I thought about too. Yeah,
he didn't die. And then Alvin brought it to my attention. He was like, you saw his forehead, right?
Stitched up.
Yeah,
he
saw
stitched
his forehead,
up
and I was like, okay.
In places, yeah.
So either he's possessed by a curse, something happened, and then again spoiled in Discord earlier today.
Don't say anything.
That's crazy.
Were they spoiled it for what?
I think it was Elvin that said it. You were here.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I
What did he say?
I ain't say nothing.
I'm not gonna talk about it.
Okay, good. Cause I don't want to confirm or deny it, but
it was just a picture.
Anyway, what
Oh.
my
Yeah,
theory
you see,
my
that's
theory
how you
was
even
for
know
it.
it.
damn.
Yeah, so
My theory for it was already on the rails.
You had a good theory. Yeah.
The thing is that I feel like if you didn't have the picture, or if me and Nefri also didn't say like anything, you would probably have like no idea of what's going on, because it's like you're sort of right, you're sort of wrong, not really. Who knows? And it's like you could be right, or we could be leading you the wrong way, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we're just like, all we do is we just add fuel to the fire, and so now it gets you thinking. But when you're first reading it, you're just like, who's this guy? Mm-hmm. And then you like hear about him from before, and you're like, okay, now I understand. And then it's like you're slowly walking through it, and I think that a lot of it has to do with like, just that like our presence. Like if we say nothing, that's telling you something.
If you didn't tell me that he died, I probably wouldn't even have put one and one together.
Because the thing is,
that's just him.
Yeah, I
back as a demon or something.
because I didn't. That's the thing, right? It's because like I kind of wish they would have showed his like head get like blown off by this guy, like as in not like blown up, but like that, like right where like the line is, because then you would have known that Gojo killed him.
Yeah,
killed him. But it's like, because if not, now people are like, oh, I guess he didn't really kill him. But it's like, no, he killed him.
He killed him.
It's just like, why did he come back? Did he
it was hard for him
himself?
to do
What
it.
happened? Like,
and I'm not sure if you guys caught that. Oh man, but it's gonna come out in season 2. There's a part where Geto is standing there and he's like,
oh
yeah, that part's so good. And they're standing in the middle of people walking and everything like that.
I did.
And he's like, he's
we were
looking
so
for him,
alike.
right? He's like, we were so alike. And he's like, and it's just, he's like, I feel like I have to do things like my own way now without any interruption. He's like, but this world, that it's not equal, me and you don't understand that type of thing, right? He's like, so what would you do? He's like, are you strong because you're Gojo Satoru, or are you Gojo Satoru because you're strong, right?
Yeah.
And obviously he didn't answer. And then there was another scene that I'm gonna give you guys free, spoilerific slightly, but you guys aren't gonna understand it anyways. So he says, you have the power.
he says it. He says it in the movie,
but not obviously. They're gonna say it more in the show.
He's talking about how his dream.
Yeah, he's like, you have the power to make the world how you want, the right way, the way the world should be. You are the only one capable of doing it. He's like, if I was you, like I would do it, type of thing, right? They're
Don't say anything.
Oh my god! I was gonna say.
No.
And so then it ends right there, right? And he says he's gonna do things on his own, and he just says like see you later, Gojo, right? And he's leaving, and then Gojo takes his finger, and he's doing the thing that he did to Hanami. Remember the really big blue wave that destroyed everything? And he's going like that, and his hands shaking like that. He's about to release it, but the thing is, if he releases it to kill him, he's also gonna kill all the people around. But the thing is that he has to kill him at that moment, and he doesn't. And then that's why later on in the show, he finally kills him. So all of that stuff could have been avoided, but the thing is, like,
it's a loss. At a loss.
Yeah.
And it's like, my God, bro, that shit's so good.
It's so good. When you guys see season 2, you get the back.
Wow.
People love Gojo already, like love him, obviously. Season 2, you're gonna be in love with him.
And the best part is, I was gonna say the worst part. The best part is that as much as you end up loving Gojo so much, is that all these other side characters, I love them more, bro. It's like, it's so crazy. That's just so good, bro.
So the side characters in that show are really good.
No, yeah, honestly, I think, and this is like respects to both the movie and the manga and the anime, is that I think Giga Kutami is a person who understands humans. Like, that's a person who understands what it means to be like, to live with the human condition, to live in the sense that like you aren't just some like bad guy, you know, like with one way mind of thinking, but like you can all agree with each other and still all be wrong.
Like Yuta said in the movie, he's like, I haven't been a sorcerer long enough to know if you're wrong or right.
Oh yeah, that's a great line. That's a great line.
But all I know is you're trying to hurt my friends.
Yes.
Yeah, and he has to. That's what I love about people, and that's the one thing I hate. And other shows, anything like that, like some people can't choose like a side type of thing, and he literally goes out of his way to say like, oh, I don't know what's right or wrong. He's like, but I'm gonna make a decision regardless. And that's sick. That's all you want from a main character.
You know, that's why I like
from a character.
That's why I like Nobata so much, because she said it a little less elegantly. Where like when Itadori, he was sad because he had to kill like the cursed bodies of like the death wombs,
the brothers.
Yeah, the brothers. And then Nobata's like, she's like, oh, the way I see it is that there's only so many chairs in my life, you know, and for anybody who's not sat down, I can't really worry about them. And she's like, and then there's people like you who just show up and they take a chair and they sit down themselves. She's like, you know, it's not my choice. And she's like, and I just can't worry about anybody else. Like, that's all I can worry about. She said, does that make me a bad person? And it's like, no, it just makes you like who you are. Cause it's like, that's the only way you can view things. And it's like, everybody has the same sort of mentality. I think that's the overarching story of Jujutsu Kaisen, in the sense that it's like, it's us versus them. But is there even an us or them? Or is it just that we're creating this conflict? And that's the whole point. Like Megami thinks the same thing. Megami thinks like there's only so many lives you can save. It's us. And then every now and then he saves like Itadori on a complete whim. Just because. It's the same shit with Yuta. He's like, oh, you know, it's like, it's us, it's my people versus you. And so it has to be us. And it's the same thing. It's like, who's really right? You know, is it like the curses that they want their own little society because humans mess up everything and they're the only people who have real raw emotion? They don't conflict with themselves, that they're the real raw version of themselves? Or is it the people
that lie to ourselves?
That lie to ourselves and curse other beings.
The curses are the real ones, to be honest.
Yeah.
And the curses only happen because of
humans.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro,
the story is so much more complex and interesting.
That shit, the philosophy behind it says it. And there's like, there's something like I'm super not leaving out because this is going to happen directly in the second season about the themes. But overall, very good movie. Good movie. I know for a fact that if you've read the manga, you really probably like the movie a lot because it like fills all those gaps and it just shows you like the stuff on screen.
Yeah.
And if you've never read it before, you felt those raw emotions and like about like being sad and about like Yuta and fucking what's her name again? Rika. And dude, that shit was good.
Yeah.
That shit was
really good. It was solid. I give it I don't want to be biased or anything like that. So if I was to take it as a non-biased person, I give it like an 8.5.
I was gonna say like an 8 out of 10 for me, just because I've watched it before or read it before.
Yeah, I give it an 8.5.
I was gonna say 10, but that is super biased.
Yeah, because it wasn't like like trend setting.
It's okay to be biased. It's okay to recognize that.
I'll give it a 9.5.
In fact, but so thank you guys for listening to JJK. You tell us what you feel like, whether it was good, whether it wasn't good, whether you liked it, what was missing. You got to also take into consideration, this is a pilot. This is her first story.
Yeah.
So it's like, how good is it for like a first time thing?
Yeah.
Like a banger.
Yeah, like how often are you gonna come out and just put out a banger right away? Like I'm not.
And
Most people aren't.
Put out a banger and then proceed that, okay, you can write the real thing. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna write about that thing I already wrote.
Yeah. Drop that main character. Just keep the side characters there, type of stuff. That takes a lot of dedication and balls.
Guts, yeah.
Mainly, right?
Thank you for joining us. It's been lovely
Real
night.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Overall, watch the Batman movie. Watch the JJK movie. Make your own opinions.
Watch the movies. Yeah.
Always, you got to make your own opinions. Enjoy yourselves.
None of them are bad. Where you're like, don't watch it. No, watch it.
Don't take things too seriously. But
Just rewatch Dark Knight is better.
Yeah.
That's true.
But the thing is, don't you dare say the wrong opinion and think that you're correct.
Yeah.
You can fucking people think that it's subjective. No, motherfucker, that shit objective. And y'all be wrong. So yeah, you can just enjoy it. All right.
Yeah. Let us know what you think. Comment, subscribe, and like.
What's the thing that we say?
We'll discuss it.
Leave a like.
What is it?
Gigu gigu.